excited too just because of the theme of intimacy, which I think is a fantastic one, you know? And I think it's something that we don't necessarily talk about enough. But like, what do you guys think of when you think of intimacy? Give me a shout out. Intimacy.
Awkward.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we have lots of different associations with it. For me, one of the things I like about it is I think of emotions. You know, I think of like sharing emotions with people, which for me as an American in Ireland, it's awkward. Because people are just like, why are you telling me how you feel? I don't want to hear this anymore. And what it also makes me think of a little bit, and this is an indirect line, but trust me, we'll get there, is has anyone here ever had a midlife crisis? Some of you are lying. I think midlife crises are a little bit about intimacy too in a way, because it's often the point at which we start to feel like, you know, like things aren't going the way that we wanted. And it can tie into emotions, it can tie into who we think we are. But it's also kind of a weird, you know, topic if you think about it, because the idea of having a midlife crisis presupposes that you know how long you'll be alive. So, you know, if I was to die this year, then moving away from home would have been my midlife crisis. If I live until I'm in my 50s, then running a marathon would have been my midlife crisis, which is really like a typical midlife crisis. Like, oh, look at me, my body still works. I mean, if you're thinking that I'm probably too young to have had a midlife crisis, like, I hope you're right. Like, that would be the ideal case. But I think, you know, those kind of big life events that we're often scared to talk to people about, you know, they have to do with how we see ourselves. And they can be tough, you know, it can be tough to share that kind of stuff. So I've developed a tool to deal with these kind of like emotionally intimate topics that I want to share with you guys. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
I see a lot of like, okay, we'll see. I've carefully hidden this tool over in the corner. It's the ukulele. Wow. Yeah. So what I've found is that stuff that's really sad or disappointing, if you talk about it, but while like playing the ukulele, it just makes everything better. It's like you're at a luau all the time. You're playing a comically tiny guitar. I mean, it just makes everything better. Listen, let me tell you a story from my life. Met him at 16, got married at 23, drifted apart into mutual apathy. Couldn't foresee how our love would get colder. I should have waited until I was older, but everything's just fine now because we broke up. It's all sunshine and rainbows and nobody cries or gets choked up. It's a happy ending, you know, and not a tragedy. When something depressing is accompanied by ukulele. Hold your right? That came out well in the end. So I'm actually technically still married because it's very hard to get divorced here. Did you guys? I didn't think it would apply to me. And you know, I was so excited a few years ago, you know, when we voted in marriage equality. I get a yeah. I mean, I say we, you guys voted it in. I can't vote here, obviously. But it really meant a lot to me because it means that now more people can be stuck waiting to get divorced like I am. I don't feel so alone. That's really nice. But yeah, you know, you can use the ukulele for more minor inconveniences as well. And it still makes them a little bit better, you know. My sandwich place was closed today. Just wanted to have lunch my way. Cheese and mustard inside bread. But it's okay, cause someday we'll all be dead. We'll all be dead. Sandwiches don't matter. Yeah, I think a little bit of existential angst can always lighten the blow of something like that. Unless you're feeling sad about existential angst, in which case I wouldn't recommend this route. But you know, I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to keep the joys of the ukulele to myself. So I was wondering if someone might be willing to share with me an inconvenience or disappointment in their life, maybe from today or this week, and I'll see if I can write you a little song about the thing that made you sad or just mildly put out. Does anyone want to share?
Didn't win 175 million euros.
Didn't win 175 million euros. Get in line. It's the Euro Millions jackpot, right? And it was like, was it the biggest one ever?
In Ireland.
In Ireland, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Other people won the lottery, but their money really should have gone to you and me. Who knows what they're gonna do? Will they send their children to school? They should buy an island or something. Man, that would be cool. But don't worry, you still have this gig. And